Hey everybody, welcome to this VOA Garage episode 1 of the Endless Summer. On this episode, we're going to be installing a new oil cooler. In this oil cooler, we have new braided lines, stainless with nylon wrapped, a nice little, super powerful Derale performance fan and cooler line, tons of fittings, 176 degree Fahrenheit fan switch. Oil gets 176, we're turning on. We have AN8 fittings. Most of the bends are all 3/8. The tubing is 0.44, which this is more of the same thing I just have on the table. I believe all the fittings are 3/8 inch. So the problem with this, the problem with this is we don't have anywhere to really put it. So it's going to be a super tight fit anywhere we put it. This side here, we have the clutch cable and the heater tube. On the other side, we have heater tube fuel reserve valve for the tank. So I'm guessing that this will be our only option on this side. That looks really good right there, but I try to pre-fit it in there, and you have to cut the heater box cable. That is definitely in the way, and that air tube is definitely in the way. And we've got to have heat. We're not doing all this summer work to get out in the winter and not have a heater. I'm guessing it's gonna have to come in at an angle like this. And who knows how we're gonna get the exit tubes to go out. Just a nice sharp 90, like this one, to an AN fitting. All these get all redone. This all gets redone. Bring one of the lines back, and then we bring the other lines back in here, both on a plate to hold the hoses in where they belong. All right, let me dig around some more and see what I can come up with. Hey folks, we just got the wheel off. Let's take a look. Maybe something at an angle here, but this is crazy right here, but I think I can bend that over. This here, brake line, we could just cut that off. We don't need brakes. That's our heater outlet. We are jacked up here, folks. Anything further that way? Okay, what about here? What do we got here? Oh, there's Jinky. I was talking about Jinky. Brake line, that's Jinky. We could fix all that. We could put a new brake line in, but I don't know if that's deep enough. That heater pipe is definitely in the way. Whew, I don't know. Back here somewhere. Then can't adjust your valves. Then you got tire rocks. I think before the tire. Back over here. As of right now, the only option is to cut the belly pans. I think maybe on the other side, cut that one out, poke the thing, run the lines away from the shift rod. That's the case. So run the lines back through here, over here, over here, on this side, up, over, this way, in here, into the filter. The other one goes to the motor. I guess that's the only thing. Let's get out a cutter, cut that. We'll have to, it's a drawer, so it can't sit flat against anything. I know this is off the floor, so there's a divider here, probably 1.25 inches, all the way up to the floor. So we could probably put in something there. That is the reserve cable that can move. I can undo that, stick it back in here, pull that back out. We're not messing with this. So it's about as big as this. So that seam to here. So that whole thing will have to come out because it does have to get air in. That is a big cavity in there. Don't know about adding a vent or a scoop in there. I don't know. We'll have to play around with that stuff after we get it all hooked up. See if we could get more of an airflow. But I did plug it in. That thing does blow, or it actually draws. It draws hard. I don't see a bunch of big hits on the bottom of this, so I'm gonna have to be a little bit more careful. Could put a cage over it, but I think anything you add to it's just gonna add more bulk that could cause more problems. I'll do one more walkabout with it. I will stick it in here, find out see if I can find some weird angles, see how wide it is, if I could get it in here, and maybe bend that over and move the heater tube over a little bit. That doesn't look too promising. I can put it here, but it'll hang down that far. We can't have that. Perfect. Let's get on it. Yeah. I'm too old for this. Guessing from here, here. I like to stay on this side of that seam. If it fits up in there far enough, I could go ahead and do a couple holes. Yeah, I try not to ever aim for rocks going down the center, but sometimes you hit rocks. I could see some dents right there. It's a good skid plate. It's tough to have a skid plate with 2 holes in it with fans sticking out of it though. So we'll see how that goes. Welcome aboard, folks. Perfect timing. Bigger blades. Ugh. All you gotta do is remember to hang on to it. Look at this, dude. Maybe a little action right there. Let's peek inside, folks. Nice. How come it's so clean in here? Oh, look at that. You could probably run that gasoline too and fix that. I can fix that. There's plenty of room in here. All right, let's get the. Hang on, here it is. Okay, we could do that. Perfect. Let's go. This ought to be fun. Let's see what we got here, folks. Is it gonna be up high enough? Oh yeah. Right. All right. It's so rusty in here. I don't know, folks. That looks good. I like that. I like that. Let's see what I have, but I'll check some other stuff out. That's hooked to that. All we could do is clean the lens off and sweep up the floor. Go get the cooler. This is one of two braces we need. Hey folks, alright, this is what I did. I tapered the 1/2 inch crossbar. I had to taper the end, and we're gonna put it in there like that. That one goes in there like that. Let me throw a couple tacks in here and get it to hold. We'll test the fit. That's what we don't want. We have argon on. Let's see what we got here. One bad tack, one good tack. That sounds pretty good. This one's gonna hurt me. This side came out good. That one being done. Let's see what we got here. Let me get my helmet. I can't do this with my eyes closed. No grinding, so. It's just burning too hot. Let that cool. Get the other one in here. This one here. Nasty welds. I guess it's the. I didn't clean it very good. Don't have a sandblaster. Just to do a small spot. Hey folks, this ends the first chapter of part 1. Stay tuned for the next chapter.